Hi there, my name is Mikhail, and today we are talking about data representation manipulation. In order to simplify the work with the data, it can be represented in a number of ways. JSON, JavaScript Object Notation, is one of the most popular ways to represent the data in machine-to-machine communication channel. YAML. YAML ain't markup language, is a human-readable data serialization language, very useful to present the data to the user. XML. Extensible markup language, another data serialization language for arbitrary data. It was extensively used in the past for machine-to-machine communication, but it was forced out by the JSON. HTML, Hypertext Markup Language, is a markup language that is used along with cascading style sheets (CSS) and JavaScript to display documents in the web browser. Cache. When frequently accessing the same data over and over again, it makes sense to actually save the copy of the data in easy-to-access place. That place is called cache. Cache allows us to serve data faster to the consumer. Compression. Data compression can be of two types: lossless and lossy. Lossless compression. Lossless compression allows preserving all the data after compression. Compressed data can be decompressed to its original state without information loss. It's primarily used in places where information loss is unacceptable, like executable binary files or documents. Most common example of lossless compression: zip archives, PNG image compression. Lossy compression. Unlike lossless compression, lossy compression compresses the data with information loss. The data cannot be restored to original state. It's primarily used in places where information loss is acceptable and will not affect data representation, such as images, audio and video files. Most common example of lossy compression: MP3 files, JPEG files. Checksum. Checksum is a function that produces a fixed size string of a text using deterministic algorithm, meaning that the same data passed to the function will always produce the same string of text. Checksums are used everywhere to make sure that data didn't corrupt during the transfer. Most popular algorithms are CRC32, MD5, SHA-1, SHA-256, base64. All the data inside of the computer is stored in a binary format, ones and zeros. Base64 is a binary-to-text encoding schema that allows the transfer of binary data over communication channels that support only text. Base64 implementation uses these characters. Examples: A is 6 zeros, Q is 101010, / is 6 ones. Encryption. Encryption uses keys to scramble the data to protect it from unauthorized access. Encryption can be symmetric or asymmetric. Symmetric encryption uses the same key for the encryption and for the decryption process, while asymmetric encryption uses public key for the encryption and private key for the decryption. The most popular symmetric encryption algorithm is Advanced Encryption Standard (AES), and the most popular asymmetric encryption algorithms are Rivest-Shamir-Adleman RSA, Diffie-Hellman, and Elliptic Curve Cryptography (ECC). Q represents FIFO, first in, first out. It's a data structure that is useful for sequential data processing without overflowing the buffer. Elements in the queue are being processed one by one. The simplest queue can be represented by a real-life example of a merchant serving customers in the shop one by one. Stack. Stack is a data structure that represents LIFO, last in, first out. The stack can be represented as a cookie jar. Cookies that arrived into the jar first will be eaten last. The most common use case is when the function calls another function, which calls another function, etc. When control is passed from one function to another, we need to remember where to return execution control when returning from the function. That stack is called functions call stack. That's it. Like the content we produce, check out our blog, link in the description. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.